What's up, everybody? It's Lids, and we're back for some more Hades, and oh boy, did we have a strong run last time. Far and away the best we've ever done. Gonna be hard to follow that one up, so we'll see how we can do this time. Hopefully, at the very least, we've learned some good things about how to push really far on runs, and have a better idea as to what to expect once we get to the latter floors.
What's the good word?
And now we know about sheep. I think we already looked at the mirror at the end of the last run.
Looking good.
May still have stuff to talk to Skelly about.
Little tip, boyo. You find any coinage while you're out there, you be sure to pawn it off to that old Kieran. Boatman guy, use it or lose it, pal. Use it or lose it. Thanks, mate.
We have definitely heard that. I think we did pick up a new keepsake that we haven't
Got
looked at
something new
yet.
to try.
Is it Dionysus, or is it just that I happen to be hovering over this right now? No, I think it's... This is the Hermes one we got. Although I think we've seen that. It's actually the Zeus one that's new to us. And, okay, not so surprisingly, it basically is just doing the same thing that all the other god ones do, and that it makes it more likely for us to run into Zeus and also get rarer boons from him when he does show up. However, after the last run, it's going to be really hard to convince me not to use the Black Shawl all the time, because it was really, really good. We were talking originally about how it seemed like the Lucky Tooth might be better, at least early on, because we were expecting that it might be hard to get as much as 100 life out of the darkness stuffs that you can get from Black Shawl, giving you both darkness and life. However, if we have as long a run as we had last time, we picked up, I assume, well over enough darkness to more than pay off the opportunity cost of going with Black Shawl instead of Lucky Tooth. So, definitely love the Black Shawl, and we may even be able to get this up to rank 3. I don't know about this run, but maybe in a couple runs, because we also may have checked here, but I think it was
Riches the damned beware. I'm coming
24?
back.
25? How many rooms did we make it last time? Never mind! 37! Yeah, so far, far and away, again, our best run thus far, and I think we're going to stick with the sword because that gives us the darkness bonus as well. We're going to play into that synergy as much as possible. Whether or not we can recreate that magic, who knows? Let's see. Gotta start somewhere. What do you have for us, Artemis?
Things harassing you throughout that underworld just won't give up, will they? Well, just keep killing them, I guess.
Thank you. Ooh. Okay, we get an epic early. Your dash attack deals more damage. A lot more. Not much else to it, though. Otherwise, we can get her call. Just a normal call. I'm not convinced that this is an amazing dash ability, because it's just the dash attack. It doesn't give any additional things to go along with it. But it is still epic.
Stronger.
We did just use the dash attack, so... Did see that too. And I did see the early chaos. I'm absolutely going for that.
Going in.
Let's see what we can get. Because
Darkness.
in that mysterious run that I said a while ago did not get recorded, may have found a really nice synergy with a chaos boon.
Can be tedious to choose from, so let me provide you with a significantly smaller set with which you may yet change the fate's designs.
Significantly smaller set? Are you saying you're going to give me less options here? Or is this just going to be the usual amount? Usual amount. Okay, this. Not as good as the one that I got in that video that did not successfully record the way that I wanted it to. But this is huge, because getting that additional darkness when we have the Black Shawl on means that any darkness is going to give us humongous life boosts. We didn't have that in our amazing run last time. So to have it now is awfully encouraging. Let's see what we can do. Been a while since we were in Tartarus.
Surprise.
What else? It was extra damage from traps is the downside that we picked up. At least for, it's usually 3 rooms? Oh, did we? Oh, this is the damage from Chaos. I was gonna say, I didn't think we got hit there. And so we aren't getting the bonus darkness yet. We will soon. Going to continue to seek out darkness in case we do take damage. But yes, it's not as powerful, ow, as it will be once the Chaos effect starts actually giving us buffs. But still helpful. Just want to be a little cautious. May have still gotten hit by that stuff. Not the best job in terms of avoiding hits that time around, but again, the little bits of darkness do help. See, we have the hammer to upgrade things. Did I miss anything else in here? Doesn't look like it. Okay. That can be good. Just you, apparently. It's gotta be more though, right? Possibly exactly the same type of enemy. Oh, I feel that was a little misleading there. We knocked him back with our attack into the wall there, and yet he was still able to counter us quickly.
Perfect.
Okay. Attack deals way more damage against armor. That's intriguing. Your attack is replaced by a big chop that deals 90 base damage. I don't think I've seen this before. Ooh. So I really like this. This, when we're going against enemies with armor, sounds amazing. We do already have that nice boon from Artemis that I was kind of knocking before, but this would synergize well with it. Hitting twice when it already has a damage boost, and this would pile more damage on top of it. I don't know. So short term, at least, this ties in well with what we have, but I'm really intrigued by this. Let's try it.
That should do it.
Oh, okay. So it looks like it deals more damage, but it, I'm guessing, is slower, because this does seem quite slow.
Where to?
So that does concern me a little bit. So we can go key or we can go gems. We go key, however. Yeah, so I've noticed a little bit that these skulls have some indication as to what type of encounter you're going to run into. There's a silver, or at least more extravagant stuff around that skull when you're about to go into a boss room, and I noticed that has a skull, whereas this does not. Let's see what this is all about. Does that mean we have fewer enemies in here? Yes, that certainly did deal a lot of damage. Can't deny that. Deliberately do that.
A curse of chaos has expired.
Alright, so Chaos Curse is gone. Buy stuff at the shop. We only have 47 coins. Surprisingly, we do actually need this. Or, well, could use this. But I think we'll be fine. The little bit of damage we've taken thus far, especially if we look to take the health rune. Was there something over here as well? No? Okay. Let's do that then. I mean, it increases our maximum life, not healing our existing life, but still good. Ooh, almost dashed into that as it was going to explode. Ooh, and that. Got a lot of traps here. Where are you? There we go. Right, I don't believe we got hit there. So that's great. also don't think I saw anything else useful here. Yeah. So we're headed off to... See, like, this is Athena. It has the skull, and it also has that red mark above it, which would lead me to believe we're probably going to run into some more powerful enemies here. I'm guessing some armored dudes. Or these guys. Yep. No, I said armored dudes. These are the ones I was specifically thinking of. I swear. I can predict the future, guys. Believe me. Was a lot of damage. I did get hit once, I think, but that was quick.
I'll tell you something, cousin. If even Artemis is aiding you, it's proof your cause is just. She doesn't often take an interest in family affairs.
Okay. Do you have anything?
Whoa! Strange.
Well, I mean, so we saw a heroic boon last run, and we actually decided not to take it on the assumption that there were some other things that seemed to be more synergistic with what our build-out was. And, well, I mean, this time, unfortunately, we would be getting rid of Artemis's dash in order to pick up Athena's here. But, I mean, these are... Our attack deflecting and dealing more damage is also nice. I mean, I think we're going to get a lot of those in the future. This is a pretty common boon to get. Ashes are also fairly common, but... Yeah, I'll take it this time.
Artemis won't mind.
Sorry, Artemis. We are getting rid of yours. Oh. And, okay, now we can break things with our dash. Very violently at that.
More witches?
See, we deflected that just by dashing over. It's pretty cool. I think we technically may have still gotten hit once in that, but we are dealing a lot of damage here. Yeah, this is a very different type of build-out that we've had in the past. So it's going to take a little getting used to. At the moment, at least. Yeah, we can. At the moment, it feels really good against these enemies that don't have a lot of HP. But I suspect that as we get further along and face more enemies that are tankier than this, it will get a little trickier to make it work. Or at least it won't feel quite as overpowered as it does at the moment. It's pretty quick.
Wretches now. I'll take it.
Okay. Now an upgrade room. Sounds good to me. Oh, and chaos at that. Oh, that was silly. I really thought I could just destroy all those projectiles, but apparently I mistimed it. I ate a lot of them.
Just in time.
Ooh, and those two. Man. That. You know, it may have something to do with this attack being a lot slower than our normal attack, where while we're jumping in the air, we are not able to deflect things, it would seem.
God's grant me strength.
So we'll upgrade that dash. I did just take a lot more damage than I would have liked, which makes it a little less palatable to take chaos. Oh, and we could heal or buy something at the shop, and we have a fair amount of coins. Okay, so as much as I really want to do this, I think we need to bear in mind that we have picked up what will be the most beneficial chaos upgrade. So it is better that we don't spoil things for ourselves, spoil our plan
Better stock up.
by accidentally getting too involved in chaos early. So we could upgrade our life, which at this point would be useful. Deliberately destroying some pots here in hopes of getting a few more coins, but it doesn't look like that's really going to make much of a difference here. See, we kind of need the life, except we only have one god boon that is currently active. means we could really use some more of those. I mean, we have Zeus coming up next, so maybe we play it safe. Continue to play it safe here. And assume that we can get something nice from Zeus, and we'll just make sure we pick up enough life.
Stay dead.
Use the shop for that purpose. What's you guys? Ooh, and you. There we go. Alright, Zeus.
Father must have told you that his governance over the underworld is due more to the weaving of the fates than by his choice. Admittedly, he got the short end of the stick. Whereas Poseidon and myself, why, we've been doing rather well indeed.
Just rub it in while you're at it. Alright, well... Okay, so this is kind of what I was referring to, where I was anticipating we'd probably get an attack boon, default attack boon, in the near future anyway. I do really like this one, because it allows you to hit multiple enemies really easily. In particular, if you're in a boss arena, like the one that we're probably about to go up into with Meg or one of Meg's sisters, it's really nice because you can attack the relatively simple enemies that she spawns in the room with her, and also deal a little bit of damage to Meg while being far away, because it's chaining from those enemies to Meg or the other boss. I would love if this were not just a normal one, you know, if this were rare or epic or heroic, it would be great, but also...
Time.
Granted, we could also get an upgrade here. Is there anything else in this room? This is a big room. Not really that I'm seeing. Oh! Good shop. Okay, so bear in mind, we are just shy of enough coins to do much of anything meaningful with that shop, which does kind of stink. So let's go with the upgrade. There's a chance we might have been able to break some pots and pans, some urns, get a few more coins, because 100 is how much it costs to upgrade. But as you're seeing here, we've got a free upgrade. Oh, well, we did get 5 out of that one, but we would be 1 away anyway, so we'll take this.
Delicious.
And... So, I mean, this was a much better ability. It's a heroic dash. However, it is still only a dash, and we have upgraded it once already. So, long-term, maybe this is better, but at least short-term, when we're about to go into a boss fight, I believe, first, just saying how useful this can be, I think we ought to take this. We might end up replacing this default attack pretty soon anyway, but for the time being, we'll be glad that we took it. So, here you can see, this is definitely the boss arena, because you always have this room that doesn't have enemies before the boss, I'm realizing. And, it has the skull with the 2 red arrows above it. It means we're about to fight Meg or Meg's friend.
Well, this is awkward.
Yeah.
Nerves made you stronger, Zagreus. You're fortunate to have Nyx helping you.
No
Nope.
hard feelings. I think she feels partly responsible for all of this.
Yeah, we don't have as much life as we've had in some of these previous encounters, so this is actually going to be a little tricky.
She shouldn't. The only one responsible for all of this is you. And I thought even you would have understood that by now.
So we'll see. It'll be a little bit of a test. See how we improve. After having fought some of Nyx's, not Nyx, but Meg's friends, sisters, as of late, rather than Meg herself.
Blood and darkness.
Oop. Did get hit by that one. Alright, where'd you go, Meg? She's impervious. What's she doing? We don't have a call. Another thing of note. We've had that in the past for a lot of these boss fights. Okay, onto this. That was quick.
Yes.
Alright, and yeah, we didn't take a lot of damage at all there. But look at this. Gain 83 because we have that Chaos boon. We get 62 life out of that, which is almost a full heal. Not to mention, we're about to get more once we come through here.
Did you enjoy the stint in Tartarus?
Maybe a little. Can we not break these? There we go. Okay. Do we want to buy anything? Let's see. Those drop life items. I think now that we have our life in a little bit of a better place, it's okay for us to take Chaos Gate. And we'll save our coins for the rest on the assumption that we'll run into a few shops in Asphodel.
Going up.
We now know what awaits us at the end of Asphodel. In addition to,
Asphodel.
of course, this.
Alright.
See what we get this time. Like I was saying, I don't anticipate that it will be as good as the one that we just picked up in the first round of Chaos that we got, because it's not going to have the same type of synergy,
HADES.
but we'll see. Okay, the next 3 encounters, you take extra damage from traps, but you gain 1 extra specialty thing. Total life reduced. And I don't like this one. Time you cast, I think we take this. So, we don't cast very often, and afterward it gives us an attack damage bonus, so I think that's probably the best thing we could have gotten. Then skis. I think we kind of need some skis. Let's go that route. What do we have in here? It's been a little while since we've been in Asphodel. I believe there ought to be enemies here somewhere, though.
More burn flingers.
There you are. This not so bad. Our high damage. I'm assuming the other one's probably on the opposite side. Maybe? 2 of you. There we go. More where they came from, though. A lot more where they came from. Ooh, yep, again, deflecting these things is not as easy as it once was. Really wish you would stand somewhere else. Wow, I've tried to deflect all those and deflected just about none of them. Okay, so that is something of note. We need to adjust our behavior on that, our different attack. Yeah, we have a shot. 100 coins, we would be able to buy an upgrade for one of our existing abilities, but I don't think that's all that great for us. I mean, off chance that we can get some stuff going for us here. Nah, that's not worth it. Yeah, okay, it's not going to be enough anyways. Make much of a difference. So yeah, we'd only be able to afford an upgrade at a shop. So we could take coins and invest for a future shop, but I think let's just go with the light. Oh.
Oh, good. This has to be the chamber renovation I put in.
Yeah, we haven't seen one of these in Asphodel yet.
That's a relief.
So that is very nice. In that case. 3 life. Diagnosis? Okay. I mean, we have very few boons still at this point, so it's
Somebody
definitely.
has a spine out there.
What? Oh! What the heck? I've never seen this room before. This is really cool, but at the same time, what is happening? Not sure if that actually blew up on us or not. We're moving. More where that came from there. Haven't seen these blue versions of these guys, I don't think. Still more? Ow. I think something hit us there. Don't you dare throw that. You at the end? Yeah. That was cool.
So, Zag, you met my dad by now, your Uncle Zeus. He's cool and loves of feasting. Just be sure to keep him in your thoughts, okay?
Sure. Alright, what do you have for us? You have your aid, which inflicts poison on foes all around you. I don't think that that is super useful, because I think what we want with our aid is to specifically have one that works really well for bosses. And, I mean, sure, it gets all foes around us for a little bit, but still doesn't seem like it's gonna deal terribly high amount of damage to one specific enemy. So, I actually kind of think this might be the best. Because I think you can stack an infinite amount of these kind of passive boons, unlike the ones that are specific to your special or your call. These are infinite, whereas whenever you get multiple of these, you have to replace the old one. So, in this instance, where I'm not a huge fan of either of these, I think we take this.
Time to feast.
Yeah, that was an interesting encounter there. I did not see that coming. Well, you think about throwing that. Or where that came from, though. Two of you with that. Could separate you, that would be great. Oh, I stood there and took that one. Did not realize that I ought to have been moving. Had you in the fire for a second there. Okay. Now, I did get out of the way for that one. Okay, get out of there. Thank you.
Colorful.
Okay. Some gems. That's not really going to help us in the short term. Okay, so remember, darkness does give us life, which is useful. However, I think we've seen many, if any, of these types of rooms in Asphodel. So I'm curious as to what this is. What is this?
What? Singing? Here?
What?
Come on in.
Huh? How do I get in there?
Hey, you must be the Hades kid. How's
Whoa.
it going then, your royal majesty?
Where are
Nice
you?
to meet you. I'm Eurydice. What brings a big, important guy like you up to a place like this?
Hi there. No need for formalities, I'm Zagreus. Just heading out on some official business, past the menacing bone hydra. Don't mean to be rude, though I'm in a bit of a rush.
Well, don't you have your hands full, hun? I'll let you go. But there's one rule in my place, which is nobody leaves here empty-handed. You got that? So take your pick. My treat.
Huh. Okay. Whoa! We have not seen any of these things before. Loved by the gods, up to 2 random boons of yours are upgraded to the next rarity. Okay. I like that. What else do we have? Underworld Delicacy. Up to 4 random boons of yours gain +1 level. So we don't have many boons at the moment. So, I mean, we only have 2. I mean, I guess it's only... Oh, Rushing Nectar, Rare, Frequent Beverage. The next 3 boons you find have upgraded rarity. What? This is just a better version of this? Next rarity? Upgraded rarity. This doesn't say... This says the next rarity, whereas this says upgraded rarity. It means it could be more than just one, I would think. It's also the next 3 boons. Whereas this is just the next 2, so I think this is the way to go.
That can be arranged.
Really hit the spot.
This was unexpected. Pleasant little stop.
Bye.
Stay cool.
She's nice. And this is a shop.
Carry those for you, mate.
And that actually may have been the difference between... may have been the difference between being able to afford a boon and not being able to afford a boon, because we picked up 5 there, and that brought us up above 150. So, however, this is still a bit of a tricky decision because we do the boon, we can't get either of these, and we are not at full HP at the moment. Which does stink a bit. I think we do need to take that though. Let's see what Kiran has to say though.
Care to provide me any insight as to just what sort of hideous monstrosity awaits me over on the next infernal island, Kiran, mate?
Thank you.
That bad, huh?
So, here, this would get us full HP. This would also get us full HP. This would be an upgraded rarity boon, and I think we do need that. As much as I would really like to have more life at the moment, I think we need to take this route.
Hey, what's with that K-Ron, man? He's sort of, I don't know, though I am glad he's been of service.
Premium Vintage. Gain life when you pick up nectar. Receive 1 nectar now. Okay, so I mean, this would give us life, but maybe not exactly what we were looking for from a boon. Saw this earlier. After party, if your HP is low after encounters, restore to the threshold. I mean, it's not going to help us for the boss fight. This could, at least a little bit. It's probably the most direct benefit in the short term. Whereas this one does give us that little bit of life, and maybe longer term, if we do manage to pick up some nectar, makes this a little bit of a viable option. But I still think, given the choice, we're always going to take either a life room or a darkness room. With Nyx's shawl, where basically we have better options for getting life, even than this. So I think it's this, but I don't love it.
Strong stuff.
Don't love it. And this, I believe, given that indicator there, is the boss. So here goes nothing. I think we were more powerful last time we went up against it. Yep.
You touch me and I shall have your head.
Yeah. Gonna have to be better than we were last time. That's already not a great start. What are you going for now? Oh, I can deflect that back? That is intriguing. Oh, I should not have done that, though. Okay, it's gonna do the whole bunch of them now, I think. Okay, it's impervious. Now he's gonna do these guys. Do like having that deflect on dodge. I did get hit by that one, though. Okay, got that. Got a little too aggressive on that one. I think we got several to deflect back at him that time. Ow. Need to remember that he does that little furrow. Ow. Ow! I ate all of those. after doing his charge. Like that. Still should not be charging into that directly. That was silly. Don't have any boom. Still. Oh, I saw that coming, and yet I still stood there. Now, take your pick. Which one of the heads you want to go for? Ow. Uh-oh, don't go there. Choose a different one, please. Just be patient here. Alright, got you. You should be... Ah! Okay, so we do have less damage that we're taking now. Still going to do that, and I thought you're... Ow! Going to dash down after that. Ow, dash into that again. Man.
Should not have done that.
Really? Alright, one more hit. We are gone. Oh, and it might be that. Ooh, don't make it to the fire. One of you down. Oh, yep, it was the fire. Blah! Got a little too sloppy in that boss fight there. I mean, did okay in it. I would have liked to have had more life in it.
That stupid Hydra.
Definitely would have liked to have had a call in there. And I know we passed one up earlier, thinking that we would have more time to pick a better one. But, sometimes... gotta live with making those mistakes.
Owie,
Taking those
looks like
chances.
The Hydra of Asphodel just stomped you that time, huh? I hear each of its heads has its own nasty tricks. That must be tough.
Yeah. I haven't been paying too close attention to what each of those different colored subheads that spawn at the bottom do. Seems like the white ones are pretty standard in that, well, I forget if they just charge at you or if they shoot projectiles like the normal primary head does. The other ones, a little different.
It was unpleasant, yes.
You again.
Shooting fireballs and
Tell
stuff like
me
that.
something, boy. Did you enjoy the searing heat of Asphodel? You must have thought that you'd be more resilient to it.
Yeah, we have been in the past. Not this time, though.
I'm open to a change of climate, even if it gets a bit uncomfortable.
You know nothing of discomfort yet. Making it out of Tartarus is nothing in comparison to what lies ahead for you.
We've made it further.
Looking forward to it.
Looks like we might be able to afford something here, though. Oh! Each infernal trove contains more. Wow, I would love to get that. Don't care too much for improving our decor, so I think I will save up for that. Anything over here, like Achilles? You have anything for us? I don't think we've gifted anything to Achilles yet. I don't think. I might be wrong, but let's give it a shot.
Hey, Achilles. Look, this really isn't much, but here.
This really is for me? You beat me to it then, as I had meant to give you this when next we spoke. Please, take it.
Oh, apparently we have it.
Thanks so much, sir.
See what that does.
What are those shades muttering about?
Trampling. Cause of death, trampling. Can I speak to Artemis about this? Goddess of the hunt? Maybe.
Alas, Alas, you have seen much of Hypnos lately, child. I hope you find his disposition somewhat tolerable. Please tell me plain if this is not the case.
Is Hypnos her son, or sort of her employee in a way? I mean, Hades as well, of course.
Oh, he's not so bad, Nix. Be proud of your sleepy, cheerful son.
Son,
Who
okay,
else
yeah.
among us is able to muster that kind of enthusiasm?
Excuse me, is there something I can do for you, Prince Zagreus?
It's a little nicer than you usually are to us. Referring to us by our official and formal title like that.
It's nothing. I just thought I'd say that was well fought back there.
Oh?
There's no returning to the way things used to be, Zag. Now, can I offer you some words of advice? Get over yourself and get ready to die out there next time we meet.
I don't know, Mac. We've been doing much better as of late. Against you?
Wasn't the old exchange?
No. I mean, potentially. So I don't know what these red blood things really do. Haven't seen any other place to use them yet. And this is... So I assume they're valuable, though, because we seem to only get them from boss fights and only on occasion. But getting 150 gemstones, I believe, if I remember correctly, would be enough to do this. Seems like that would be very useful. So we do use these tropes fairly often. There is oftentimes that question as to whether or not it is worthwhile to do that, but if they were upgraded, then I would think it'd be almost certainly a good option every time, barring those few occasions when you have low enough HP to be like you're putting your life at risk. But problem is I don't really know what I'm sacrificing here. I don't know just how valuable these red bloody things are. But I think you do it. I think you do it because you assume that by investing in these in the short term...
Let's make it happen. I'll have to keep an eye out for this next time out there.
You've no authority in my domain.
By investing in those now, that means that... Oh, what is... Oh, that's just a bedroom indicator? Possible items that embellish your bed chambers in the House of Hades. Pays reward whenever moves things along. Oh, does this progress the story? Like, is this what actually triggers the thing that makes us quote-unquote sleep? Huh. That might be the case, actually, come to think of it. Okay, maybe we ought not to downplay these quite as much as I have in the past. I mean, I still think this is also probably more valuable and worth waiting to get. Because what I was saying with the other one, or starting to say with the other one, is that if we invest now in making some improvements, making it easier for us to go further in each of our runs, then presumably we'll just gain more gems, more darkness, more everything with each passing run, and that will pay off. What I really want is to get one more key so that we can unlock this, or potentially some of these further down as well. I mean, obviously those take more keys, and we are certainly starting to accumulate a large amount of darkness, but I think that's okay, because that just means once we do unlock some of these things that are probably more expensive, then we might be able to just upgrade them to the maximum right off the bat, which... Fine. Nothing else in here for now. Yeah, I'm intrigued. I wonder if that is
Looking good.
the case, that you need to do those bedroom upgrades in order to get those nighttime things to actually happen.
Say, you're really getting somewhere, boy. Oh, I'm pretty impressed here. And they don't even pay me to do that. I'm just supposed to stand around.
Appreciate the vote of confidence, mate. Maybe you're right, and someday I'll get out of here. Hey, if I never come back, you won't just be stuck here forever, will you?
Oh.
That's
Whoa.
a good one. No, probably not. Wasn't anything in the old contract about that.
Oh. Yeah. maybe worth exploring those contract terms a little further.
Got something new to try.
Okay, so we are still using the Black Shawl, which, after an okay run there, I mean, I think our standard is certainly raising. We're raising the bar there, where previously, if we got past Meg, that tended to be a pretty good indication that we did an okay job on that run, but I think now, having gone as far as we have, I think it's going to be more so the Hydra now. But yes, we're close to getting this to reach rank 3, which will be really nice, because presumably that will make us gain 100% life from every darkness upgrade that we get. This is the new thing from Achilles. Take 20% less damage from the front, but plus 10% from the back. Wow. That's different. Very different from other things that we've seen. That might be worth exploring a little bit too, because although it's not life directly, it does make it so that the life you have, at least potentially, is more valuable. You're taking less damage. It's almost like, you know, a 20% life boost in a way, assuming that you do a good job of making sure you only take damage from the front and not damage from the back. I don't know how difficult that is to do, because we haven't used that item yet. But anyways, that's a lot of stuff that we can start to explore a bit further in the future. But that's going to be it for this video here. I think that was a decent run. Like I said, I think our new standard is probably going to be, do we make it to or past the Hydra or not? And so, we made it to the Hydra, so maybe roughly average in that regard. But anyways, we'll see what we can do in the next time, so I'll see you then.